Hello, here in the capital of Estonia, Tallinn, I am Neeme Järvi, and I am talking about our tour, which we're going to have with Estonian National Orchestra, the Riiklik Symphony Orchestra, and going to Germany and Czech Republic. And we are really in a state to play unusual repertoire of music by Bruckner. When I was a small boy, I remember when conductor from that time it was Leningrad, and conductor from Leningrad Philharmonic was Kurt Sanderling, and he came to conduct Symphony number 4 by Bruckner with Estonian Orchestra. And I was in orchestra at that time as orchestra member. And he always said, "А теперь мы будем репетировать Bruckner." Had this kind of strange language because he had a common to get the r, always this kind of way. And he was a great Bruckner conductor. Was a great Bruckner conductor, and he was a German who worked with Mravinsky, my pedagogue, in Leningrad Philharmonic as second conductor Leningrad Philharmonic, and I was student. So things that I love Bruckner. But actually we are not very much known as a Bruckner players, but always good to have a challenge. And we're going to the Vienna Golden Hall, the Musikverein, Bruckner Hall, Bruckner Fest in Linz, then Rudolfinum in Prague, and of course the cities like Erlangen, Viersen, and Festspielhaus in Bregenz, Bodensee Hall. All wonderful places and traditional places, but we have always questioned how to perform. I have always questioned, and I think every conductor have a question, how to conduct Bruckner music. He has 9 symphonies, and my very good colleague from Moscow, Gennady Rojdestvenski, had once possibilities to record with Vienna Orchestra Bruckner symphonies. And he said to me, "Well, how many you have done already?" "Oh, I have done already 16 of them." But wait, the Bruckner have only 9 symphonies. Yes, but there's many versions of Bruckner symphony, and the versions of which he conducted, actually there is much more. Bruckner is always problem with interpretation. Interpretation is this kind of thing which is the traditional Bruckner interpretation, and this kind of interpretation which everybody trying to do their own reading. That's why Bruckner has so many versions of this. Bruckner just wrote the main piece once, and the conductors making differences and their own versions of this. I think it is basically Bruckner had Bruckner conductors. And what is not right, the younger generation and many recordings of I hear Bruckner symphonies, it is always copying each other, copying great Bruckner conductors, young people, young conductors. I think it is Bruckner really normal, wonderful composer, Austrian composer. I always considered Bruckner like Austrian composer. Austria is for me always Bruckner. So, Bruckner had influences for many musicians in the world, composers and conductors, and my most beautiful composer, which I love very much, is Hans Rott, wrote symphony, student of Bruckner. Mahler was next colleague of Bruckner, and Franz Schmidt, and all these people which we love very much, and here in Estonia. So this kind of comes through the symphony number 4, romantic symphony. Estonian orchestra comes to perform Bruckner. Volksfest, Helgoland with our academic male choir, which is a wonderful piece, very festive piece written for Vienna, 50 years of Vienna, famous male choir. And we have a very good male choir in Estonia, academic male choir here, and they coming together with our symphony orchestra to perform in Brucknerhaus. So that basically what's happened actually with Prague. Prague is on our tour way to conduct Rudolfinum. I remember first my most favorite music and orchestra I met, it was a Czech Philharmonic Orchestra, which I love to our days. And Rudolfinum is one of the greatest places where Czech Philharmonic recordings were done during the years. The great acoustic, great players, and my first coincidence it was his Mahler Third Symphony, which I bought here in Soviet time in our town here in Estonia, Tallinn. When I went to the Supraphon recordings, 78 recordings, and Czech Philharmonic conducting by Karel Šejna. I was happy to hear it first time ever Mahler music through the Czech Philharmonic performance, and I loved it very much. It was a great experience, and I love Czech Philharmonic until now, and we're happy to perform in the same hall in Prague. And I think it is, I love Czech music completely. And last my recording was a Fučík recordings, which is a similar greatness of like Dvořák, like Smetana, like Janacek. I've done all Martinu symphonies, but now I did a Fučík recording, and his marches and his waltzes, and it's just a joy. So that Julius Fučík, that's a great wish to Czech musicians and Czech orchestras. It's a great culture. And as we go to the tour, welcome people, come to the Estonian Orchestra, Estonian National Symphony Orchestra concert in Vienna, in Musikverein, 20th of September, 22nd of September, Brucknerhaus in Linz, 23rd of September, Rudolfinum in Prague, then 24th, Heinrich-Lades-Halle in Erlangen, 26th, Festhalle in Viersen, and 27th September, Festspielhaus in Bregenz, Bodensee Hall. Best wishes.